How do you be calm when everything's screaming at you? The modern world does just that. Phones are buzzing, deadlines are looming, people are demanding, pressure is rising. How do you hold on to your calm in the face of all that noise? That was the question put to the ancient philosophers known as the Stoics, who lived through their fair share of chaos, from plagues to wars to political upheaval. They didn't have iPhones, but they did have ways of dealing with a screaming world. And today we are going to learn how to be calm when everything's screaming at you, the Stoic way. 7 practices, 7 exercises, 7 perspectives that will help you to be calm no matter what the world throws at you. 1. Pause, then zoom out, as the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote in his book Meditations. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When chaos strikes, most of us strike back. We react, we lash out, we panic. But Marcus says pause. Take a step back. Remember, it's not the events that upset us, it's our reaction to those events. So, zoom out, get some perspective. When you feel overwhelmed, ask yourself, will this matter in a week, a year, to the universe? Take a deep breath. Imagine yourself floating above the situation. You're not in the storm. You're watching it from above. You're observing. That's the first step to regaining your calm in a chaotic world. 2. Name the disturbance. Epictetus, another prominent Stoic philosopher, said, "It's not things themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them." For example, when you think everything is falling apart, you are more likely to feel overwhelmed and stressed than if you were to say, "I am experiencing stress right now." See the difference? Naming your feelings helps you detach from them. Turn panic into a puzzle, not a prison. When you label your emotions, you're acknowledging them without letting them consume you. You're saying, "Hey, I'm feeling stressed, but I'm not stressed out." It's a small distinction, but a crucial one. By naming your disturbance, you reclaim your power. Now you're in control of your emotions rather than the other way round. You're not at the mercy of the chaos. 3. Control the controllables. When everything seems to be going wrong, it's easy to feel helpless. But, as Epictetus also said, make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens. Instead of trying to fix the unfixable, focus on what you can control. Your breath, your response, your attitude. For example, when traffic makes you late, you can't control the traffic, but you can't control your reaction. You can choose to stay calm or let the frustration consume you. You can't change the past, but you can learn from it. You can't predict the future, but you can prepare for it. When you focus on what you can control, the chaos around you becomes less overwhelming. It's still there, but you're not as affected by it. That's how you regain your calm. 4. Use the obstacle. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher and Roman statesman, once wrote, "A setback has often cleared the way for greater things." When you're in the middle of a storm, it's hard to see the sunshine, but it's always there. Every interruption, every obstacle is an opportunity to grow mentally stronger. The key is to see it that way. The Stoics believed that obstacles were not things to avoid, but lessons to embrace. They saw obstacles as opportunities to prove themselves, to become better versions of who they were. For example, when you miss a deadline, instead of beating yourself up, ask, "What does this teach me?" Maybe you need to plan ahead or communicate better. Every obstacle is a teacher, every delay a guide. And when you listen to their lessons, you'll become a better, calmer student. So when everything seems to be going wrong, remember the words of Seneca and the Stoics. An obstacle is just an opportunity in disguise. It's up to you to see it that way. 5. Breathe like a philosopher. Even the great Marcus Aurelius had bad days. He wrote in Meditations, "Today I escaped from anxiety, or not. I discarded it because it was within me." The secret to that inner peace, he said, was the breath. The breath is always there, anchoring us to the present moment. When everything seems to be screaming at you, bring your attention to your breath. Inhale, count to 4. Hold for 4. Exhale, count to 6. Pause for 2. Repeat 3 to 5 times. Let calm return. That's the essence of the Stoic approach to breathing. It's not just about taking deep breaths. It's about being aware of your breath. When you focus on your breath, you're grounding yourself in the present. You're reminding yourself that even in the midst of chaos, there's a part of you that is always calm, always at peace. 6. Journal your chaos. Writing can be therapeutic, but when you journal about your chaos, it becomes powerful. Write down what happened, how you felt, what was in your control, what a Stoic would do. This simple exercise can shift your perspective from reactive to reflective. It can turn your chaos from something that happens to you into something you understand, something you can learn from. Journaling allows you to process your emotions, to make sense of the chaos. It's not about escaping into a fantasy world, it's about facing your reality with clarity. And that clarity brings calm. By writing down your thoughts and feelings, you're not just releasing them, you're also gaining control over them. You're turning your chaos into a story, and that story, my friend, you get to write it. 7. Remind yourself, this too is practice. Life will always have its challenges, its interruptions, its moments when it feels like everything is going wrong. But, as Epictetus said, difficulties show men what they are. Each time chaos strikes, it's a chance to practice being calm, like a weight you lift to grow mentally stronger. No emotion is final. No chaos is forever. But your ability to stay calm amidst the storm, that's something you cultivate every day, every hour, every breath. Remind yourself that you are not defined by your circumstances, but by your response to them. You are not defeated by chaos. You are strengthened by it. Embrace the practice, embrace the growth, embrace the calm within the storm. And here are some Stoic mantras to repeat when you feel overwhelmed. Not all storms come to disrupt my life. Some come to clear my path. I remain calm, not because the world is calm, but because I am. Let others be frantic. I will be firm. Final thought, the world will always scream. Phones, deadlines, people, pressure. But a Stoic learns to walk through that noise with stillness in their soul. George Washington, the first president of the United States, once said, "It is better to offer no excuse than a bad one." That quote, though not directly related to Stoicism, resonates with the Stoic idea of taking responsibility for your actions and not making excuses. It reflects the Stoic belief in self-control and the importance of personal responsibility. Stoics believed that we should strive to be in control of ourselves and our responses, and making excuses goes against that principle. Rather than blaming external factors or circumstances, Stoicism encourages us to examine our own thoughts and actions, and to take responsibility for them. Being calm when everything is screaming at you is a superpower. It's the ability to find peace in the middle of a storm. It's the strength to stand firm when everything around you is crumbling. And it's the wisdom to know that the world will keep spinning no matter what happens. So practice these 7 exercises. 7 perspectives, 7 breaths. Let them be your anchor in the storm, your compass in the chaos. And remember, it's not the world that's too loud, it's your inner voice that needs to be stronger. Be strong, be calm, be a Stoic. Thank you for watching.